Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Mercy, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in Mercy, it deals with this cop who is suspected of killing his wife and finds his hands strapped to this chair, being tried by this AI program known as Mercy. This AI judge is acting as judge, jury, and executioner as this cop is trying to prove his innocence. And as he's trying to do that, he unravels a conspiracy. I think we all know where this goes. And we have a movie. Now, before I get into my many issues with the movie, I'm going to commend, obviously, the best thing about the movie. The VFX department did their job on the movie. They were clearly given the budget and resources and also had the talent to pull off some pretty good visual effects works. And like I said, I commend them for that. It takes place in the not too distant future, but at least distant enough to where you would expect to see some sci-fi tech. Maybe not a lot, but there is some, like, cops on these little hover motorcycle things. Again, visual effects teams, they did their job, and I commend them for that. As far as everything else, not much. As far as the acting goes, it's not terrible, but nobody is giving their A game. Chris Pratt's kind of doing his regular, shtick, which ain't terrible, but at this point, it's getting a little irritating at this point. But with this movie, he's basically playing a non-superhero Star-Lord. And as I've stated before in other movies where he played a Star-Lord-like character, I'd rather just watch him in Guardians of the Galaxy if he's going to play a Star-Lord-like character. Rebecca Ferguson, who I adore, clearly, she was just doing this movie as a way to kill time until the next Dune film. Because really all she does is just stand there and talk. That's all she does. She plays the AI, and, I get she's not supposed to show a lot of emotion, but she should have shown a little bit more than what she did. As far as the story goes, the story is really dumb. It's really dumb, and there's no legal way it could happen in real life. On one hand, it's a paint-by-numbers thriller about a man trying to prove his innocence. However, he's stuck to a chair, he cannot move, he's literally just sitting there the entire time, watching videos, basically. And when something does happen, and it switches over to action mode, the camera is just shaking all over the place, and you cannot see what the heck is happening. But also, and I'm not saying politicians would never try to do this, because they're stupid enough to, but I am saying there's no legal way any of this could happen. The United States Constitution literally requires trial by jury, not AI program, in order for someone to be found guilty. Until then, they are innocent until proven guilty. It says so right in our founding papers. Now, I'm not saying politicians are not stupid enough to try and make this a reality, because they are, especially in California. But if they did, all someone needs to do is sue them, and it gets to the Supreme Court. As long as the Supreme Court justices are not idiots themselves, it's over. So, needless to say, reality is completely thrown out the window in this movie. And when it gets down to the actual murder mystery element of the movie, you don't really care at all. And the actual big reveal is, it's not the most obvious, but is incredibly stupid. I also bothered to watch this movie in 3D, and in my opinion, a 3D movie, the 3D should make it more immersive, and I wasn't exactly immersed into everything. The effects itself, it's not too bad. I have seen a lot worse, but at the end of the day, that element of my screening wasn't exactly worth the extra few bucks. Another thing worth noting is that the character development in the movie could have been a lot stronger. While they do a okay job with the main character, everyone else was just paint by numbers, cliches, stereotypes, the whole shebang. There was nothing new or interesting about any of these characters. The main character's daughter is just a typical main character's daughter. Like, ooh, she has a secret Instagram. Okay. It'd be a little concerning if, that were my real daughter, but main character's daughter. I've seen that a lot. So guys, at the end of the day, Mercy is just your typical January sci-fi movie. I was not invested in this film. It was extremely paint by numbers. It was also very idiotic. The actors, I'm kind of on the side of they were just trying to find a job to do before, going on to something they actually wanted to do, or trying to find an easy paycheck. The only thing kind of worth noting is the VFX department actually did their job on this movie. But that is pretty much it. I'm going to give Mercy a 2. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new. Please don't forget, I also have a secondary channel where I do gaming content. Please go check it out. As per usual, please remember, the Petitsky will return.